Hey guys, Jeff here. I want to cover today proper setup and execution of your bench press to maximize muscle recruitment, overall strength, safety, and proper position. All right, so I'm showing this with an unloaded bar just to make sure you guys can see this properly, but there's two ways to do a bench press. The first way is just a regular flat bench, laying flat, no ribs flared, no arch. So what you might have seen is some powerlifting, which is very similar, but now the only goal here is to keep the shoulders and the butt on the ground. We elevate the ribs to allow us to press easier, right? So we shorten the range. Now, ideally with your guys' bench presses, we're not trying to do that. We're trying to do a kind of hybrid or combination of that. So we get the overall most muscle recruitment, most strength, but without turning it into too much of a powerlifting movement. All right? So, setting up though, one other factor I see a lot, which you're not going to be able to see because my camera's not covering me low enough, is lifting the feet off the floor. You always want to focus on keeping the feet flat on the ground or on the toes, okay? So you never want to lift up. Remember, this is also helping you stabilize. So if you ever feel unbalanced, you're having or allowing the ground to help support you, okay? One of the other big factors that I see a lot of people miss is getting their back to be as wide as possible. Our ideal bench is to be as wide as possible because it gives us a nice base of support. Think about it like this. If we were walking through a marshy land, or even let's say snow, right? If we have a bigger base of support for our feet, if we're walking through snow, we're going to stand above that snow better. So think about it just like the difference between walking in snow with regular shoes or snowshoes on, right? That added width and added area allows us to float or stay above the snow better. Okay, same thing here. We're trying to widen our base as much as possible and allow ourselves to have a bigger supportive base. That's why the feet are important on the floor, and that's why it's important that you pay attention on this next move. Okay, so setting up. What you guys want to do here is have the bar racked up against the edge of the rail as much as possible. From here, to help support your guys' self, if we've ever done our pull-up where we shrug our shoulders back and down, if you guys see, I create width here by pulling my shoulders back and down, okay? I'm gonna try and do something very similar to that, or like if we were doing a body row. Now, when I set up, I have my feet on the floor, I have the bar against the rail. From here, I pull the bar to the edge of the pins here, and I pull myself underneath. So I'm doing a combination of a vertical pull and a horizontal pull. So I'm doing a body row and a pull-up. From here, I want to make sure my hands are nice and even. Okay, they're not too wide, they're not too close. And then from here, I want to just press the bar straight off the pins, okay? If I have to press the bar off the pins from a low position, I have to do too much work. So you guys will notice that when I set my pins, I only have about 1 inch to 2 inches of actual press. From there, I just retract my shoulder blades back and down, very similar to like we're doing a scap push-up or a band pull-apart. Okay, so I'm also doing that body row. From here, I have that nice, perfect grip on the bar, trying to bend the bar, and I'm just gonna control pulling the bar down to the center of my chest, or just a little bit below, driving out. The whole time, I don't want to extend my arms too far forward at the top here. I want to keep my shoulders retracted down, engaging the pecs, frontal shoulder, and allowing myself to use my chest as the primary movement, keeping myself nice and stable through the floor here, so my feet are not elevating, and keeping my back and shoulder blades nice and tight, creating width across the bar, or across the bench, to allow myself to be more stable. Again, I'm not trying to drop the bar down and bounce it off my chest, but I'm trying to control, pull, and drive through. The more explosive you can be on the upward movement, the better, but you always want to be nice and controlled down, driving out of the bottom. From there, when you guys are done, right against the rail, right back down. By doing that, you're gonna have a bigger base of support, which is gonna make you more stable, more controlled. You're gonna optimize the muscle recruitment in your chest, pecs, and even your triceps. You're gonna be in a better bench position, so you're gonna be actually stronger. And you're also gonna not have to do more work than necessary by getting the bar off the rack or re-racking. And it's just gonna be overall better for you guys, all right? So start implementing these techniques, help improve your bench even more, and let's see some improvements.